All right, well, good afternoon. We had a good class here before you scheduling, so main thing is just to listen, pay attention. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to raise your hand, all right? And we are scheduling a little bit later than usual. Usually we schedule right after spring break. However, we had a wonderful opportunity this year for our 8th graders. They opened up 4 high school classes for our 8th graders to take early with the business and I was trying to think the engineering courses. So we were trying to get those ready to go through the high school and through our SBDM. So that's why we're a little bit late kind of getting started on this. What I'd like to do today is I'm going to explain the plan sheet to you, all the courses that are available next year, and then we're going to go onto your computers and actually sign up for courses. Now, even though you're signing up for courses today, they're not final. Okay, your parents will have the final say. Next Thursday or Friday, we'll send home the scheduling envelopes that'll have a copy of what you're putting in the computer today. And they'll be able to sit down with you, go over your classes, and then sign off that they're okay. All right? Okay, so here we go. First thing I need you to do is to print your first and last name nice and neatly for me, so Mrs. Lana and myself will have no problems knowing it's your paper. And then the name of your homeroom teacher, which will be your 6th period teacher. And I'm going to briefly explain these courses today. And then in that envelope next week going home to your parents, there will be a paper inside that has a complete course description of every class that's offered next year. Okay, so what I don't explain today, if you have any more questions, make sure you read that description when that goes home. Okay, so let's take a look at our different options here on your grid sheets. I want you to pay attention right beneath your homeroom teacher. All students are required to take a quarter of reading and fitness. So just like this year in 6th grade, everybody had a reading class, and you had to take 1/4 of fitness 6, and that was half of health and half a year of PE. Half a quarter of health and PE. So same thing for 7th graders next year. So if you notice here under the 7th grade regular, you need to take a total of 8 quarters, but count the number of classes that are available. Very good. There are 9 courses there. So let me just quickly explain something. Financial literacy is the extra course. It may not be offered next year. Remember I told you the 8th grade had that opportunity to take a business course? So Mrs. Barton is our teacher for the financial literacy. So if we do not need her for 2 of the 8th grade classes, then she might be able to teach a section of financial literacy for us. So we want to make sure that we leave that opportunity available for you. So let's take a look at what these 9 options are. We already talked about reading and fitness. Chorus will also be available for a quarter. Data analysis, this will be a course where you're going to be looking at a variety of data, analyzing graphs, tables, diagrams, and that's going to really help with your testing next year because you all will be testing in reading, math, and science for the K-Prep. Drama, we moved from 8th grade to 7th grade this year. So I don't know if you all know Mr. Burgess. He will be teaching drama next year. And again, it's looking at theater. You're not acting out in front of the whole school. It's just a quarter class within that class of maybe 25 to 30 students. Financial literacy, again, this is Mrs. Barton. And it's pretty much what it sounds like. Finances, money, credits, banking. They do a lot of really neat projects in there throughout the quarter. So if you think you might be interested in exploring that more, you might be interested in the financial literacy. 6th grade, you had a little bit of Spanish. Next year, we're offering a little bit of German. And then by 8th grade, you'll have the option of taking German 1, Spanish 1 early if you'd like that. Media presentations, what does that sound like?
Media?
Yes.
Like, when I say media, I think like Instagram, Snapchat, I think
Exactly. So media, any form of media. Now, your main media you have right now is what?
Instagram.
That and with your computers too. So it's actually being able to use your computers. It's a research class too, and then you'll actually be doing presentations. So you will be working in small groups with some of those, depending upon what the project is. And then the last one is STEM, so very similar to STEM 6. STEM 7 is just 8 different modules that you will be working on. Any questions on the 9 courses that are offered? And then of course we still have the year-long options of band and strings. Some of you were in Reading Plus this year, some of you may continue next year. I won't know that until I talk to Mrs. Berkeley. And the learning strategies for students with IEPs. And you know if you have one of those. So first thing I want us to do is take a look at your plan sheet, and you need to decide which category you're going to fit under, okay, which row. So if you're with the regular group, then I want you to circle 7th grade regular. If you're going to be taking band next year, circle 7th grade band. 7th grade strings or 7th grade Reading Plus learning strategies. Now if you're in band, strings, Reading Plus, or learning strategies, okay, remember that's going to be 1 period, 4 quarters, already gone. So you need 1 period of 4 more quarters. 2 of those are already taken. Remember you have to take reading and fitness, so you get to choose 2 more. So look it down here, and I want you to put a check mark on that line next to the 2 that you would really like to take. And those of you that fall under the regular category, we know you have reading and fitness, that's 2 of your 8, but you need to check 6 more. So between chorus all the way down to STEM, put a little check mark next to those 6 that you would like the most. Or you can think opposite of that. Which one is your least favorite? You know, maybe put an X by that one so you know not to schedule that one in. They were asking if you were not in band or strings this year, can you sign up for it? Yes, you can. And what I will do is I will be giving a list to Mrs. Duncan and Mrs. Anderson. And if they see a student who did not participate this year, obviously you're going to be behind on your skills. So they may require you to do something over the summer to try and get you to catch up. Just be prepared for that. Great question. Any other questions that you can think of with the courses? Okay, before we get on the computer so I can finish our video for the parents, again, next Thursday or Friday, I'll be sending home a scheduling envelope. There'll be 4 items inside. One will be a letter from me explaining the process. Another one will be a list of course descriptions. So every course that's listed on your paper, there is a brief description that goes along with it. The plan sheet that you're working on right now will be in the envelope. And the most important piece of paper that needs to be returned to me the following week will be the green piece. And this is going to be a printout of what you're getting ready to put in the computer. It's going to have your parents kind of check there to see if they agree with your selection of courses. And if so, there's a parent signature line that they will sign on, and then you will return it back to me. If there's a course that you do not want to take, you signed up for it, all you got to do, like I did, just cross it off and write down the name of the course that you would like to take. You will not have computer access to it after today. And so right now we've got the button turned on to actually schedule, but we will be turning that off at the end of the day. So all the changes will come through me.